Hey guys, it's Felix here. Welcome back to the Japanese side. I'm sorry for releasing this late because I've been occupied by Agaion trial in the global side. I've been wanting to beat Agaion with Satsers in global and I did it. I'm really happy with my setup. I've been really thinking of a setup for Satsers, the TMRs, what should I farm, what should I prepare, and it did kind of successful. So I'm very happy about it. Right, here we are back in the Japanese side. There's a new banner, Bravely Default. Alright, we've got 8 characters this time, 5 in the banner, 2 more in the summons. Alright, 2 more in the raid summons. And we got T's, Agnes, 5-star base, 6-star max, Idea, 4-star base, 6-star max, and Yi, 4-star base, 6-star max. And the rest are Magnolia, 3-star base, 5-star max, Rene, 4-star base, 6-star max, and Agnes Bunny version, guys. Sexy. 5-star base, 6-star max. Alright, let's head on into the first one. Tis 5-star base, 6-star max character. Alright. So what are his strengths? So after using Brave, alright. So use a default. It's a skill which reduces damage by 40%, I think, for one turn, and then the next turn you can use Brave. What Brave actually do is it enables you to use 2 abilities in the same turn. So if you use Dual Will, for example, you can only use that same ability in the same turn, right? Like twice. But with this Brave, what is so special about it, you can use 2 different abilities at once. So for example, this one, his limit break grants Giant Overkill, and also if you use default, it also grants it. Giant Overkill is like 200% physical damage, also 50% Holy Imperil, right? And Shine Storm, 500% damage modifier. Alright, so if you use Dual Will, you will do Giant Overkill twice in a turn, which is unnecessary. In order to optimize this damage, of course you would want to do the first one, you would do Giant Overkill, and then the next one you would do the higher damage modifier, which is the Shine Storm here, 500% damage, guys. Alright, so it's really good. Alright, innate Holy Resistance, 90% after his buff, which gives 80% Spirit and defensive buff, and also 40% Holy Resistance at the same time. So he's got 50% innate Holy Resistance. And he's got one skill that's called Desperate. It can provoke and also mitigate damage by a certain percentage. And also, he can be a tank against bosses that deals holy damage, guys, while also buffing the entire party. So he's like Shira, but Shira I think is still better because 70% fire resistance to every ally. Alright, what are his weaknesses though? Okay, so this guy actually can be a finisher right there, especially with that kind of damage modifier. 500% is really not bad, but the weakness that you gotta use default first in the first turn, so you are essentially wasting one turn, which other finishers can utilize. For example, I'd say Cloud. Okay, Cloud deals 50% damage in the first turn. Second turn he will do 1000+% damage. So Cloud will already out damage Tis, because he would have, in order to maximize his damage, he would have to use the but if he did the 500% times 2, 1000% damage modifier, it's cool too. And also he has high MP consumption, guys. So his weakness, alright, because use dual abilities at once, not Dual Will. Dual Will, you only use the MP once while casting the skill twice, and this is the weakness here. His limit break, Sonic Wave, AoE 720% damage, 960% maxed, and for 3 turns, the ally attacks is increased to 100 and 124% maxed. One turn Brave, it enables one turn Brave, and also it enables Giant Overkill, Heaven's Call, and Shine Storm. So what does Heaven's Call do? I think it's 275% AoE damage. Shine Storm is one single target. Also Shine Storm is multi-hit. Heaven's Call is also multi-hit. So you can chain probably. And his Stress Master, Nightmare Sword, he probably can chain with Orlando, I don't know. I think Shine Storm is 8 hits. Hold on, let me check my PC. How many percent is that? 6 hits, alright, 6 hit. Shine Storm is 6 hit, 500% damage modifier. And his Trespasser is Nightmare, sword, non-elemental sword, 130 attack. When he's equipped with that, Miracle Person effect can be obtained, right? So what does he do? When you're equipped with heavy armor, your defense is increased. So it's pretty good, but I wouldn't farm this, guys, except for a tank maybe. All right, next up, we have Agnes. She's a healer. She's like Tillith, but I think Tillith is still better because of the reasons here. What are her strengths first? All right, like Tillith, her healing skills are abilities. So you can achieve the Igaion trial, one of the missions there, right? And also it has the skill like Tillith, recover whole ally HP to full, and also Omega Phoenix, but she doesn't have Prism Kill, guys. Prism Kill is a 99 MP cost, recover 2500 HP at all allies, and also 50 MP. So she doesn't have that, okay? So that's one of the weakness there. But yeah, let's go to... She also can use Brave, which means she can use 2 abilities, guys, in one turn. So like Tillith, but if you use Brave, you can use Omega Phoenix and the recover whole ally HP thing in the same turn, which is really good, man. Amazing. Alright, but of course the downside is that you have to use Brave, which is enables after you use default in the first turn. So you wasted a turn right there. It's kind of useful in certain situations though, right? For example, the 12 legendary weapon, right? You can store your character. For example, you store your character this turn. She wasted a turn, and then you store it after you store it, and then you sub her out again when you need to cast AoE re-raise and also AoE full HP if it is needed, right? And she got 80% defense and spirit buff plus 100% status ailments, alright? Resist. And also her limit break, guys, amazing. Minus 74% holy resistance. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me, man. And it also removes stuff, okay? So this is really good for Arena, actually. And in Arena, guys, it's really easy to get limit break crystals, man, because you hit like 5 guys. If you're gonna be doing AoE damage in Arena anyways, and if you use a chaining AoE abilities, you will get tons of limit break crystals. It's really easy to get her limit break to full, really easy. And also debuff all enemy attacks by 45% and reduce defensive spirit magical power by a probability. So I don't know the probability of that, but yeah, in addition you can either up to 45%. You can debuff both attack and defense spirit magical power of the enemy. Her weakness though, need to use default before using Brave. Again, this one is one of her weakness, and she doesn't have Prism Kill. Alright, so that in that department she kind of loses out to Tillith. And her limit break, Define Light. Alright, defense spirit plus 100%, 124% when maxed. Holy Imperil 50%, 74% when maxed. Amazing. And also dispel stop to your allies. Alright. Yes, I think she's a very good healer for Orlando team. Right there. Or Holy Specialized DPS. Like Tiz also. Also, Trespasser is, I don't know the name. Oh, okay. The name is Prayer Costume of a Shrine Maiden. Defense plus 35, Magic plus 50. Spirit plus 50. Amazing. Alright, but this one is not top priority for me because we've got the Rainbow Robe and stuff like that. You know, the Siren Robe is also good enough, I think. Idea, 4-star base, 6-star max. What are her strength? Able to damage 400% damage, right? And buff her own attack. Alright, so this is one ability. And the next ability, she can debuff enemy defense in the same turn. And also damage, 400% damage. Alright, so if you use Brave, you can do this in the same turn. Attack, 400% damage. Buff her own attack by 80%. And also debuff the enemy defense by 40% in the same turn. 3 things at once. Alright, if you use Brave. Amazing. Amazing. Alright. And you can raise the limit break gauge while doing damage. Right there. The damage is 200% modifier, so it's her skill. And she has excellent Taskmaster, which I will go through later below. Her weakness though, she has provoke skill, guys, but she has very low defense base stats, you know, and also 30% damage mitigation. I don't think you would want to use her for that. And her debuff skill is only single target, but it's still good. All right, it's still good. It's not Warrior of Light good, but it's usable in some situations. Her limit break Flower Fates. All right, it's 610% and 850% maxed damage, right, when maxed, and plus 91% and also 115% when maxed. Self attack 3 turns, and also you can use Bite Red Cat and Wind to Wind Bloom in the Moon can be used. All right, so I think the Bite Red Cat. Hold on, let me check to my PC. I don't know what it does though. Oh yeah, okay. So the Bite Red Cat is actually the damage thing. You know, buff your own attack and damage 400%. And also Wind to Wind Bloom in the Moon is that it's the damage and also debuff enemy defense by 40%. Alright, so you can use that. You can actually use the skills also after you use default. Yeah, and then you can use Brave and then you can use this. Alright, her Taskmaster, just now as I said, is one of her strength. It's 114 attack Aquan Killer, guys. So this is really good for Aquan monsters like Leviathan. You know, if you haven't beat Leviathan yet, this katana will make it so much easier, man. Aquan Killer, bro. It's amazing. Right? Alright, next up, we've got Yi. 4-star base, 6-star max. What are her strength? She's got one skill called Bison Horn, which increases attack by 80%. Alright, self. 350% damage. And a Wolfang attack, defense, spirit plus 80%, and also 650% damage. So this is actually 2 separate skills, but using Brave. Alright, so every character here can use Brave, by the way, after you use one skill called default. And you can use Bison Horn first. Alright, you can increase attack and do the damage, and then after that you can also buff your attack, defense, and spirit plus 80% the next. So in one turn, by using Brave, you can do this. And yeah, you can combo Bison Horn and Wolfang in the same turn, and also you can use a 650% damage ability in the next turn, guys. So that's the most powerful skill that she has. Yeah, it is also 4 hits, right? Bison Horn and Wolfang attacks 2 hits. She has also really good Taskmasters for sword users. HP 20%, and also when equipped with a sword, attack plus 40%. Really good. It's like Warriors but a sword version, and I probably want to farm this because the raid. I think the raid summons also has a chance to spawn those Taskmasters. All right, and her weakness. I mean, Yi is a guy. All right, I'm sorry. His weakness. Yeah, just now as I said, default must be used before using a Brave. You know, it's not a bad skill. You know, it's a self. You know, give mitigation. Damage mitigation by 40%. It's pretty good, but you wasted a turn. You're not attacking anything. And also the skills are like 2 hits, you know, minimum is 2 hits, so you cannot use it as a finisher or a chainer. Also it's not good enough. And also her best skill is 4 hits, 650% damage. It's also not good enough for a chainer in my opinion, and also not good for finisher too. Alright, so it's pretty bad. And yeah, but I would farm his Taskmaster. It's really good. His limit break, Bolt Sprite, Thunder attack, right? Thunder elemental attack, 680%, 920% when it is maxed damage, and also the 650% damage 4 hits thing can be available in the next turn. All right, next up, this is the last character for the banner, and after this is the raid banner. And Magnolia, 3-star base, 5-star max. What are her strength? She's actually a dragoon, right? She's a jumper, and she can do super jump, 250% damage, and after that, the next turn, it will max her limit break gauge. And also, she can use limit break every 3 turns because of that skill. And her TM is good for Aranea, alright? Because it has attack plus 30, it is an accessory. And it also increased jump type ability damage by 50%. It is not as good as a, let's say, Alfred's TMR, but Alfred's is 5-star base, remember? Alright, this goes 3-star base, guys. Oh my god, it's amazing. Alright, if you got Aranea, you're lucky, man. You're lucky. Her weakness though, jump ability is hard to use, and of course, she's a 5-star maxed character, so she has low stats. That's her weakness right there. Everyone might not be might not be using her. Maybe even in Arena, alright? But her Trash Master though, guys. Trash Master, bro. And also her limit break is called Maggot of Flame. It's a fire damage, 220%, 510% maxed, alright? And also attack and magic buff plus 40% and 60% when maxed, and plus 1 turn Sky High can be used, alright? So Sky High is a jump ability, alright? Yeah, alright. Her Trash Master Magnolia Flowers, as I said again earlier, attack plus 30, increase 50% damage to jump abilities. Good for Aranea. Alright, next up we have ended the banner, the summon banner, the paid one. Now this is the free summon banner. Alright. If you do enough of the raid event, you would be able to summon Aranea and the other one for sure. And maybe got their Trash Masters too. Alright, 4-star base, 6-star max. She's an interesting character, guys. She's actually a magical attacker, but she can chain, alright? Because she has a skill, very diverse. Wind, element, thunder, fire, water, earth, light, and dark elemental abilities, guys. So this is a separate abilities, but she can do all of these elements, alright? And it all does the same thing. It does 4 to 6 hits, and also 175% magical damage, and it also minus 25% to the respective resistance, right, according to the elements. So if you use Brave, and it's AoE, guys, remember that. So you can use this in Arena, man. Amazing. AoE, and it's because she's also really easy to get. You know, you can get 2 of her in Arena, or 3 of her, 4 of her. You can chain, and imagine the number of hits. Amazing. Alright, if she can chain well, I'm assuming. I haven't tried her yet, but yeah, I'm assuming that she can chain well with a clone though. And her limit break gives MP recovery by 20, but yeah, whatever. Her weakness though, okay, her weakness, Brave can only be used after default. Again, if you want the chain like the 6 hits, 12 hits, you gotta use Brave first. You guys use default first, then you can use Brave the next turn, and you can do the chain. Right? In Arena, you wouldn't want to do that. You would want to chain from the start, guys. Right from the start. And she has low stats for 4-star based and 6-star maxed. Her limit break is called A Present for Me. Magic plus 76 and 100% maxed. MP recovery plus 20%. It's pretty good actually. Okay, it's not 20 IPs. It's not 20%. It's my mistake, guys. Alright, yeah, and she also can use, the next turn she can also use MP recovery and magic buff to self, and also you can use HP recovery and damage reduction skill. Alright, so you can choose whichever, but I think I wouldn't want to do that. I would want to chain all the time, guys, using her. And Trash Master is Piece of Feeling, Magic plus 25%, and Wind Resistance plus 15%. It's alright, I guess. It's a free TM, right? You can get this, you know, like a lot of this, because in the raid summons, it's really generous to get like the gold crystals. Except for this girl, Agnes Bunny version. So far, I've been using 30k raid coins. I haven't get a rainbow even once, so I really want her, actually. Alright, her strength. Alright, let's start with the strength. Her song buff is actually pretty good. It also lasts 2 turns. Alright, you can choose to restore HP or MP, defense or spirit, attack or magic by 80%. Alright. So I don't know the amount of restoring HP and MP, but if the restore HP and MP is like 100 MP, HP maybe like 4000, oh my god, I'm gonna use her for sure, man. Like for sure. Because I don't have Ramza, she can be a Ramza replacer. 2 turns, alright? So, no, but I still wouldn't want to use her, guys. Because if I waste a turn doing the HP and MP buffs, my defense and spirit buff will be gone, alright? And it's really important, as you can see in my fights and my videos and tough fights, you would want defense and spirit buff to stick all the time, alright? If not, you guys gonna die for sure in those tough battles. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't want to use her probably here. Except that if you can use HP and MP and also defense and spirit buff in the same turn, okay, and it also lasts 2 turns, I will definitely use her, man, for that, for sure. Alright. And she can assist healers by raising the spell if needed and when not singing. Alright. So she can raise and also dispel. And yeah, her song only lasts 2 turns, so 1 turn she can assist the healers there. And her weakness, only buff 2 stats as 1 song, just as I said earlier. 80% only. Yeah, it's really dangerous in some fights where you are required to put up defense and spirit buff all the time. Alright. Her limit break is cross the fight, 560%, 800% when max damage to one enemy. 9 hits, can be chainable, alright. HP recovery to all ally and also recover status elements. Right? And can use increased amount of LB crystals gained to all allies. So it's like eccentric, recruit pouch, but I think it's only 100%, which is lower. And her Taskmaster is Bravo Bunny Headband, defense plus 30, magic plus 30, HP plus 15%. Okay, her Taskmaster is actually really good. Alright. She's as I said earlier, she's a free summon, so, and it's really easy to get her Trust Muggles here in the raid summon. Yeah, why not, man? Bravo Bunny Headband, I would want 2 of that. Okay. Alright, so all in all, I think this banner is pretty good. The TMs, although the characters are not really that good, but the TMs are really good. And personally, guys, I wouldn't want to summon at all in this banner, alright? Because there is no groundbreaking character that breaks any meta or something like that. Yeah, man. Alright. Probably I would want to summon a few. Wait, hold on. Yeah, like this guy, you know, the TM, because you can get the Trust Muggles in the raid summons. You can farm all this TM, you know, get 1 or 2 of that. And I already got like almost all of this, except for the 5-star based one and also Agnes Bunny, man. I would want her for a TM. Alright, yeah, I think if you guys find this helpful, you can subscribe to my channel, man, and I'll make more of this, you know, every time the new banner comes up. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, Felix, peace out.